Hey guys, and welcome to the first weekly makeup basket of the year, and I promise I'm going to try and be more consistent with it and actually do them weekly instead of maybe once a month if you're lucky. But yeah, if you don't know what weekly makeup basket is, basically I pick out products that I want to use for the week, mixing in products that are in use up projects with things that are already in my stash, and maybe filter in newer products so that I'm getting a well-rounded use of my collection. So yay! And I'm actually wearing everything today, mostly, for a change. Anyways, I'll just jump into it and show you what I'm going to be wearing in the next week. For primer, I'm going to be using the Max Factor Facefinity primer. This is just a really nice sort of lotiony primer that just gives a really nice base for your makeup. It's great for if you have a very matte finish foundation and it's a little bit too drying. Using this will help. It doesn't like fill in lines or pores or anything, it just gives a really nice sort of soft base for your makeup. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear mixed with the Match Perfection, and I'm also going to be throwing in the Lumi Magique Pure Light base from L'Oreal to mix in with them, and that's what I'm using as foundation today. And they're tried, they're true, they last all day, and they just give mixing in the Lumi Magique primer just kind of gives it a bit of something that stops your face looking dead, basically. So I'm going to throw those in. For concealer, I'm going to be using the mixture of the Lumi Magique and the NYX for under eye, because the Lumi Magique is a bit more of a corrective colour, and this one is it's a little bit too dry for all over under the eye, so I use this close to the lash line and then use this farther down for a bit of brightening. So there's those two. For face concealing, I have the No. 7 Quick Cover, which probably won't last to the end of the week. We'll see. So there's that. For setting powder, I have the HD powder, which is from e.l.f. but which is very, very little left. So if that lasts the rest of the week, I'll be lucky. For blush, I've got a cream base, the Naturelle cream blush from NYX, and it's just a really pretty kind of pink colour. There's a quick swatch of it. Obviously you'd sheer it out a lot more on the cheeks. For powder blush, I've got the Naturelle blush by Max Factor. This is just the pan of it. These are really easy to pop out the packaging, and they don't swatch very well, so I'm gonna try, and it's what I have on my cheeks today. But it's a very, as the name would suggest, natural blush, which doesn't like to swatch. You can kind of see it there. Kind of. It's very, very nice. It's very warming to the face, and it's very kind of sculpting, gives you nice cheekbones, and yeah. So that's that. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which I think might be close to hitting pan, possibly. I don't know what's going on with this dip in the middle here, like there's just this hole. So we'll see what happens with that. I've had this for a long time and I've wanted to get more use out of it for quite a while now, so I'm excited to put it into rotation. And for highlight, for the last like 3 months or so I've been using the MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in by Candlelight, which is a very pinky one, and I decided to dig out Soft and Gentle, which is more golden. It's what I have as a highlight today, and I'll just do a quick swatcheroo of that there for you. Very pretty. I'll do a quick swatch of the bronzer as well because I totally forgot. Too Faced Chocolate Soliel bronzer. It's the original one. It's a lot, it's definitely a cooler toned bronzer than what I'm used to. I do have to be careful with it because it can get a bit muddy. The highlight is beautiful. It sits nice on my skin tone. It goes well with most of the makeup that I have for this weekly makeup basket, as well as the makeup that I've picked for use it up projects. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of Soft and Gentle, just saying. For eyeshadow, for primer I've got my Too Faced down the brain. For primer I've got the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Love this stuff, been using it for years and years now. I think I've gone through like 4 tubes. For an eye base I'm going to be using the Bourjois Colour Edition Cream to Powder eyeshadow in Petal de Glacé, and it's just this kind of taupey rose shade. It's very, very pretty. It's very kind of a moussey texture. That's one thing that I want to do this year, is get more use out of my cream shadows because I have so many of them. That's it there. It's kind of a cool toned rose with a bit of a taupe running through it. It's really, really pretty. It's what I have on today underneath this eyeshadow, which is Statuesque by 17, which I really need to repress. I'll probably do that once I've finished filming today. This is also gonna be in my makeup bag this week. Unfortunately they don't make this shade anymore, so I'm kind of working it, trying to get some use out of it so I can work it into a project pan later in the year, and that's it there. It's a very pretty kind of rose gold shade, easily dupeable. You can pretty much get them anywhere. For highlight I'm going to be using the MUA in 17 matte. I'm not going to swatch this because it's literally the same colour as my skin and you can't see it, so that's in there, along with Taupe by NYX. Just do a quick swatcheroo of that for you, which looks like that. Then I have Brown by NYX. Which looks like, yeah, that's it there. And then we have Dark Brown, which I will also be using in my eyebrows. It looks like that. It's just this really nice kind of dark brown colour. Basically, it's very simplistic naming, but it gets right to the point. Unfortunately, those NYX shadows are discontinued, unfortunately, but they're easily dupeable. You know, it's just a taupe, a brown, and a dark brown. You know, you can probably pick them up anywhere. I'm pretty sure probably Urban Decay do one similar, Maybelline, Rimmel, all kinds of brands do nice eyeshadows basically. So those are my eyeshadows for the week. I'm also going to be using the Avon Supershock pencil in black, which looks like that, with the Jordana Fabuliner. This is starting to, I was about to say it's starting to dry up and I just got a load of product out of it. That's it there. It is slightly less black than it used to be. But yeah, I'm going to try and get as much use out of it as I can. I think that is it for the eyes. Actually, no, tell a lie, 2 more things. The MUA Shade 1 Pearl, just for like an inner corner highlight if I want one. I'm not actually wearing this at the moment, but if I'd fancy popping on an inner corner highlight, I'll probably use that. And I was going to say for eye mascara. What other mascara? Well, yeah, hair mascara, but I don't use that. For mascara, we have the Max Factor Masterpiece Max. So many M's. It's cray cray. So yeah. And for lips, I pulled out a e.l.f. matte lip color in Naturelle, which is up at the top there. Beautiful color. It'll go under all the lipsticks I've picked. Yeah. That'll work. It'll work. Actually no, I can put it on my wrist. This is Cinnamon by Fashionista, which I believe is a discontinued color, discontinued brand even, is what I have on at the moment with on top of Naturelle, and it has the lip gloss I'm going to show you over the top. Next we have Glam by Rimmel, which I've shown many a time before. Looks like that. Very, very pretty. And the third lipstick is Vintage Pink by Rimmel, which is probably the only colour of the 3 that is still in existence. So, as you can see, they're very interchangeable colours. I'll keep them all in my makeup bag at the same time so I can just switch out as I go throughout the day depending on my mood. And for lip gloss, I have Florabundance by MAC, which is a very, very nude shade. But just dab it in the center and sheer it out, and it can go over pretty much anything, basically. To be honest, the colour of a lip gloss doesn't really matter unless it's like a really pigmented lip gloss. This looks really pigmented because I've globbed on quite thick, but you can sheer it out quite easily, as I have over this lipstick. Sorry, I had a desperate need to get that off of my hand right now. I don't like sticky gloss and cream just on my hand too much. It just freaks me out a little bit, and it was, you know, travelling up my arm, so it had to come off like now. I think the only thing I haven't mentioned is my Travel About powder. I may have already mentioned it, I can't quite remember, but it's the Max Factor Facefinity powder. Just looks like that. It's just basic powder. I'm gonna repress it because it's getting really difficult to get around the edges. And yep. So that is all the makeup that I'm going to be wearing this week in this lovely massive bag. As always, there will be a link in the info box to my blog where there will be a post to accompany this with full-on swatches and links to where you can pick up the products that are still available. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!